I want to continue a topic that I touched on day or two ago, and this is Elon Musk's idea for an expanded Twitter that's, well, no longer Twitter, but now a new brand, a new platform called X, which is an everything app. What's an everything app? Well, it's an app where you can buy stuff. It's an app where you can upload photos. It's an app where you can communicate with old college friends. It's an app where you can put up videos, including long-form videos, this podcast, movies. And so you're now talking about a very versatile app, which becomes a one-stop place for people not just to engage and debate and communicate, which is kind of what Twitter has been traditionally, a place to opine and a place to argue and a place to do threads of information. But think of Twitter as a place now where you can pay your mortgage. Think of Twitter as a place where you can pay your bills or rearrange your investments. You can do stock trades. You can buy a pair of pants, or you can even buy a new car. So this would be a completely different Twitter, a completely different vision for X. And this apparently is what Elon Musk has in mind. And I thought, wow, this is very ambitious and, in a sense, very original. Musk is talking about almost combining Amazon and YouTube and perhaps even Google and Meta or Facebook and Twitter, and having a kind of all-in-one type of app. But there's a very interesting article in Barron's which tells me something I didn't know, which is that this already is the case with an app in China that is called WeChat. And this app, WeChat, dominates the Chinese internet. It has over 1 billion users. Think about it. 1 billion Chinese are on this single app. But they don't just use the app for social media. They use the app for chat, for argument, for payments, for games, and a host of other types of functions. Now, this is not to say that China doesn't have its own sort of Twitter. They have Twitter. It's called Sina Weibo. But Chinese Twitter or Chinese Sina Weibo is limited to what Twitter is now. Whereas it looks like what Elon Musk has in mind for X is what the Chinese have created with WeChat. Now, this WeChat app was started in 2011 by a group called Tencent. Tencent had a pre-existing chat program, which was kind of a desktop chat. It was called QQ. But what Tencent figured out, which is what a lot of other Chinese apps trying to do the same thing did not figure out, is how do you install a complete and comprehensive payment system into QQ or into the newly created WeChat? How do we do that? And they figured out how to do it. And what happened is that there were a ton of Chinese, millions of Chinese at that point, who were just starting to earn money, who didn't have they might have had a bank account, but some of them didn't have bank accounts. Others had bank accounts, but they didn't have sophisticated ways in which they could, for example, invest in stocks or trade. And so what happened is that WeChat came along at exactly the right time. And so what happened is that as more and more Chinese began to use mobile phones, basically the mobile phone became their wallet. Because instead of having credit cards, which is what we have, which is an old system here that we've had for decades, the Chinese went straight from having no cards and just having maybe a bank account or no bank at all to WeChat. And then they were like, wow, we'll do it all here. So the phone became, at the early stage, a kind of one-stop place to order stuff, to buy stuff, and all on this single app. So the question for Elon Musk is that here in America, we do have a well-established banking system. You don't have a lot of people in America now who are unbanked or don't have banking. Credit cards are very widespread. As you know, you have kids who, they show up for college, they're not earning any money, but hey, would you like to have a credit card? Here are some preferential terms. So the credit card systems work really hard in a very young age to get people habituated to using credit cards. And so the question is, in this environment, and also, by the way, in an environment where there's now a lot of regulation, when WeChat was started in China, this whole sphere was kind of you could almost call it the Chinese Wild West. Companies were just doing all kinds of stuff, and there weren't a lot of government authorities, as there are now in China, but also in the United States, looking over what's going on and looking with some skepticism at an effort to combine the functions of platforms. In other words, the idea is that this is a way that you are trying to create a monopoly, because you're saying to the customer that, hey, if you want to buy this product, you have to use this particular banking system. So the bottom line of it is, this is going to be tricky to do. It's not going to be as easy as perhaps I thought, and maybe even Elon Musk thought. But Elon Musk has very good lawyers, and he has very good people working for him. So I'm sure he recognizes that he is trying to do now what WeChat did in China more than a decade ago, but he's trying to do it in a new environment. It's the 20th anniversary of MyPillow, and they have sold over 80 million MyPillows. Mike Lindell at MyPillow wants to thank each and every one of you by giving you the lowest price in history on his MyPillows. You get a queen-size MyPillow for $19.98, regular price $69.98, just $10 more for a king size. You get deep discounts on all the MyPillow products. It's a massive sale. MyPillow bed sheets, mattress toppers, pet beds, robes, mattresses, my slippers, and so much more. This is a time to really surf the website, try out some of the other amazing products you've had your eye on. Go to MyPillow.com, use promo code Dinesh to get this amazing offer on the queen-size MyPillow for $19.98, or you can call 800-876-0227. The offer comes with a 10-year warranty, a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. It's time to start getting the quality sleep you deserve. Call 800-876-0227 or go to MyPillow.com to get the discounts. Don't forget to use the promo code DINESH, Dinesh.